Hello Becky Dell Music Academy trumpet players. My name is Clara and I'm here today to talk you through how to give your trumpet a clean. You will need a pull through, which is also known as a snake. It is like a long wire with brushes on either end of it. A mouthpiece brush and some valve oil and slide mix. You will be able to find all of these things on Amazon and places like that, as well as brass music shops. Let's get going. So to begin, we'll need to take our trumpet apart. If you've never done this before, it might seem a bit daunting, but I'm here to help. What you need to remember is that most of a trumpet is pretty solid. You just need to go slowly and carefully to make sure that you don't damage anything. So, we're very used to taking our mouthpiece out. Then there's three main slides that we take out. The first is the main tuning slide. It might help to put your hand on the bell as you pull out, and if you've not cleaned your trumpet recently, this might take a little tug. Just go gently and wiggle as you go. The next one is your third valve slide. Some people have a little screw that you need to undo, or different mechanisms to make sure that it doesn't fall out, so you might just need to undo that a little bit. The thing about the third valve slide is it's really important to hold down your third valve as you take it out, because it causes an air blockage if you don't. Again, you might need to wiggle it a bit. The next is our first trumpet slide. And then finally, our middle valve. This one sometimes takes a bit of wiggling around because it's little. Okay, so we've taken out all of our tuning slides. The only things that remain, which can be removed from the trumpet, are the valves and valve bottoms and tops. So to take off your valves, you want to unscrew this part here, not here, here. When you take it out, just notice if there's any identifying factors on the valve. Most valves have numbers on them. So mine has valve number 1, and I know that my numbers face away from me when I play. This will come in handy when we're putting it back together again, because we need to make sure that our valves are lining up. Having taken the valves out, it's now time to take the bottoms of the valves off. This is the same process of unscrewing. It's quite important again to notice if there's numbers on it to help you line up valve bottoms with valve tops when we're putting it back together again. If you've not washed your trumpet recently, this bit might be really sticky, and that's okay. If you really can't undo any part of your trumpet, then just leave it in, and when we bath it, it will probably become unstuck as we go. Okay, so now our trumpet is in all of the pieces that it can be in. We've got our main body, our slides, and our valves and valve bottoms. I'll see you in the bathroom. Having taken your trumpet apart, put it in the bath. I find it helpful to put it in the bath in the same sort of formation that it would normally go in. So, each of the slides near where I took them out. Remember to keep your valve caps in the order that you took them out in. I keep my valves in a mug of water to prevent the felt from getting wet. Once you've left your trumpet soaking for about 20 minutes, you want to run your snake or your pull through all the way through all of the different parts of the main body and the tuning slides. You should be able to get it through the lead pipe, the main body of the trumpet, each of the 3 valve casings, and the main tuning slide. You might struggle to get it round the first, third and middle valve slides, but just get it as far as you can and give it a good clean. Then, take your mouthpiece brush through your mouthpiece, and also if you need to, get it into any little parts of the trumpet which you feel you've missed. Do that while the trumpet's still in the water, and then leave it to soak for a little bit longer. If it's really mucky, you can do it a couple of times. Once you've done that, lift your trumpet out and put it on a towel to air dry. Then it's time to put your trumpet back together again. We start with tuning slides. I'm going to show you one. You take just a little bit of slide grease, put it on your finger like you would a lip balm and rub it onto the slide. Make sure you always do it on the brassy coloured bit because that's the bit that goes inside the trumpet. You'll have likely to have a piece on the trumpet and a piece in the tuning slide. A lot of tuning slides look different, but go for the brassy coloured bits, cover it in tuning slide grease. Then line it back up and slide it back in. Remembering, of course, that you want to have your main tuning slide where you normally have it. So for me, it's about there. We do this with all of our slides. On our first and third valve slides, we add a bit of valve oil as well. That's what I do anyway, because it helps to keep them really easy and moving. Okay, all of our slides are in. Now it's time to put your valve bottoms back on. Make sure you line up 1, 2 and 3 like you did before. Okay, when it comes to oiling your valves, I find it really helpful to really take a care and attention to notice which valve you're putting in where and in what direction. I know that mine go in so that the spring bit is horizontal to the trumpet. I also know that my number faces that way. Some people's numbers face that way. You can also do it based on the holes and making sure that they line up. Whichever way you do, take your time. Then we take a little bit of valve oil and you want to cover the whole valve with it. Once you've covered your whole valve with oil, put it in and out a couple of times just to make sure that it's evenly distributed. Then screw it back up. If this is your first time doing valves, it's quite helpful now to just give the trumpet a blow through to make sure that you've put your valve back in the correct way. I can hear the air moving, that means that my valve is in the right way round. Go on with the rest of your valves. There we have it. Our trumpet is clean, greased and oiled. You might just want to give a little check over to see if you've got any build up of slide grease, in which case just take a cloth and wipe it away, or any excess valve oil around the trumpet. Sometimes that happens. Give it a little wipe and then get playing. Thank you for being with me today. I hope that's been useful. Speak to your teacher if you have any questions. Happy trumpeting!